What's going down, sir?
Hey, what's going on, JD? Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. So this is a Part of the Culture podcast where my goal is really just to bring value but connect with different cultures. My boy Bobby here is a musician. He reached out to me. We're going to figure out how to add some value to your guys' life today. Let's get started. So tell the people who you are, man.
All right. Well, for those who don't know me, my name is Robert Espinoza, aka Bobby Jayy. I live here in San Jose. I moved here from Sacramento a while back ago. Was born here actually, and just recently started getting into music and stuff like that. Just looking for more connections in the industry, people like you know, who want to make moves and start getting shit started. So
that's cool. That's cool. We can get right into the value. So me and Bobby, a lot of my guests I know a little bit or have some kind of background with. I never met him before. He reached out to me on Instagram.
Yes,
and he said, hey, what did you say?
I don't recall the exact words, but you know, I just wanted to be a part of what he was doing. I saw what he did with Jayy Wells. Shout out to Jayy Wells.
Jayy Wells.
I just saw the episode and I was just interested in what he had going on. I see it as like a little Breakfast Club type thing, you know, Joe Rogan podcast. So
hey.
You know, I just wanted to, I guess, get into this little environment and maybe help push myself, and then again, you know, help you as well, and you help me. So
yeah, it's all about me and him had a great conversation. It's definitely one of my goals to start recording the conversation before the podcast, because I feel like those are huge. We had a great conversation. I got to really know him on a different level. I was telling him the podcast is huge because you really get to know people. I was like, without this podcast, I don't think there's any way that me and Bobby would have connected.
Never at all.
But so we'll add some value, and then we'll get into the music.
Yeah.
You said, I told him, you know, he says he feels like he has somewhat of a superpower. Tell me more about that superpower and how you're able to reach out to people, and where'd you get this from, and how long have you had it?
I mean, to be honest, I've always felt like, not to say that I'm the chosen one, but I always felt chosen. You know, I'm the youngest out of a couple of my cousins, you know, sisters and brothers. I don't have any brothers, but sisters and stuff like that. But you know, I always felt that one person who was either secluded or between two different groups, and you know, I eventually wanted to put my effort into music, and then just music videos or anything like that, and then that way I can help other people do the same, you know, help inspire those who don't necessarily think that they're on the right track.
No, that's what a lot of this is about, is like, that's why I just bang a beanie and like a G-Shock watch. Is because I want people to know, like, you don't have to have a business suit on, you don't have to be like a certain type of look in order to build your brand. You know, the guy I look up to is, like, his name's Eric Thomas. He stays in a hat. He's one of the top motivational speakers around. Check him out. Eric Thomas is mad dope. But yeah, so you're the chosen one. I like that. But what made you, so you say you just reach out to people all the time.
Yeah.
What made you start doing that? What made you just like slide into people's DMs and a lot of people are scared to do that. But if you listen to the top guys, they say, hey, you should be sliding in DMs and reaching out to people, and that's how you make connections, and that's really how you build a brand, and that's called action. But did you just figure that out on your own? Did you read it in a book?
I mean, I think for me, I just knew that no one else was gonna do it for me. You know, I have a lot of friends and family who do help me and support me and stuff like that. So, but in the end, it's really you who's putting in the work. Not everyone wants to be doing what you want to be doing, and
that's true.
You know, and people are scared. You know, at first I was scared, but someone has to take that first step, and you know, reaching out, being like, yo, did you want to? I see you possibly modeling and stuff, you know, for a music video. I see that you're very photogenic. You know, we could use a person like you, and you know, just.
Have you done that?
Yeah, of course.
And you got some photogenic models in your music videos?
Of course, bro. You know, I got a couple. So.
I wish you guys. This fool's over here cheesing right now.
No.
Hella funny.
But yeah, just stuff like that, you know. And like I said, people aren't gonna take the first step, so eventually I just. Put my big shoes on, and I had to do it myself. So
that's very true. I think that was one of the things I had to accept for myself is, and it's even from Eric Thomas, like, no one's coming to save you.
Exactly.
No one's gonna just be like, hey, I have a podcast set up at Avery Lounge for you. Why don't you just go over there and record? Like, nah, I had to go buy the equipment. I had to go on YouTube and figure it out.
Yeah,
I had to go and reach out to, you know, even when he reached out, like, yeah, he reached out, but then I had to say, can you do it at this time? And then I think we had planned it a while back, and then we actually locked it in for 12 o'clock. But the space where I'm at, Avery Lounge, this is sponsored by Avery Lounge, thank you. The spot where I was at was being cleaned, so we had to move it back, but it actually worked out because when it was, my buddy gets mad when he's a little bit behind, but I tell him, like, stuff happens at the perfect time. You know, it gave me a little bit, my girl just got back from Louisiana, gave me a little bit more time to hang out with her. Then it gave me time, I went to the coffee shop and this girl showed me how to work on my list building, and so now I know how, she literally showed me how to automate it, which is I was trying to figure out how to do. So that was huge, and then I got in our meeting, we got to talk before, that was huge. So no one's gonna hand you the keys, and things happen at the perfect time.
Everything has a reason to it.
I really do that. But now we can get into music. He says that he has the photogenic women in his, so I did not, my fault for not following up, but I haven't really started looking into your music.
No,
I promise you I will. But what are you more on the rap side? Are you R&B? Are you look Spanish? You hit him with the merengue? What are you doing?
Right. Little Latino vibe. No, I like to say I'm an artist. You know, I don't want to just seclude myself to just one, you know, genre of music. But you know,
for sure,
what I do best is, I guess, just rapping. So you know, I got the little bars.
Okay. So, who's your inspiration? I don't want to say who do you sound like, 'cause I think everyone's unique, but what is your style? What is your flow?
Well, personally, my favorite artist out there is Drake.
Okay.
I mean, he's just making all the right moves, you know. I mean, I think he just speaks to me, you know. His music is, I've gone through
Drake.
I've gone through everything this guy's like gone through. I feel like through his music and stuff like that. And but him,
Drake is highly talented.
Russ is out there. He like how you're doing everything by yourself. He does a lot of his stuff by himself. Mix, masters, produces. Everything, so.
Didn't he put himself on? Wasn't his claim to fame? Didn't he release a song every day?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
On SoundCloud?
Every day on SoundCloud, and that's the thing. That's like just consistency. People just got to keep doing this stuff, and you know, it's not going to come easy, and it might take a while. But
I think that's another gem. I just want to add value. Consistency is huge. Yeah. Whether you feel like doing something, staying consistent, and once people see that consistency, then people start really messing with you. Whether it's look at Russ, he blew up. I'm not saying that everyone who just drops a song a day is gonna blow up, but it does a lot of things. By releasing a song a day, it gave him great practice. Yeah. By releasing a song a day, he became better at writing. By releasing a song a day, he became more consistent. By releasing a song a day, he built up his audience. And then some of those songs were good. Yeah. Then when he dropped an album, he had hundreds of songs to choose from. So it's gonna be the most fire album ever. Yeah. You gotta. That's like Young Jayy. Young Jayy would be like, I made 100 songs, and I'll just pick the hottest 13.
Exactly.
You know, so it's huge. So you like Drake, you like Russ. The value is the consistency. I agree 1,000%. Anything you do, stay consistent at.
Yes, sir.
So how is what's your writing process? What's your goals? We can just